8 promising benefits of HIIT workout that will make you want to start right now. We all know the great importance of exercise. And sure, each of us, in our own way, try to do as much as we can. Yet, this can be incredibly difficult. If you work full-time, or are generally very busy, getting the gym hours in that we feel is necessary can feel like an impossible task. Even if you want to go for a run, you might think that you would need to run for at least an hour to make any real change. We might feel resigned to our current state or shape, one seemingly enforced by our schedule. This might well be the case. However, thanks to the exercise system HIIT, high-intensity interval training, you can get a fantastic workout in very little time. As its name suggests, HIIT relies on short bouts of high-intensity exercise, broken up by moments of rest and recovery. The exercise sequences are repeated for about 20 to 30 minutes. HIIT isn't just useful for those short of time. HIIT workouts are one of the best forms of cardiovascular exercise that you can do. Something supported by significant research. In addition, there are a great and surprising range of other benefits which show that high-intensity interval training is the way to go for those on the clock. One of the most popular reasons people choose HIIT is that through the training, you burn fat even when your training has stopped. This is due to excess post-exercise oxygen consumption (EPOC). After a HIIT workout, your oxygen consumption is increased in such a way that you burn fat 9x faster. In addition, thanks to the way HIIT workouts boost your metabolism, you can burn up to 50% more fat than a regular steady-state cardio workout. Even though steady-state workouts are maintained for much longer periods of time. At the same time, HIIT workouts stimulate the burning and using up of fat and calories. HIIT workouts also produce muscle-building anabolic hormones. As such, it can be a very effective way of developing lean muscle. Surprisingly, HIIT workouts are actually better at building and maintaining muscle mass while losing fat than regular sustained steady-state workouts, as prolonged exercise can result in muscle being burned up and used by the body as fuel. Studies have shown that intense, interval-based training forms, like HIIT, help blood flow and blood vessel dilation. The effects were particularly notable with those suffering with type 2 diabetes, where blood flow improvements were noticed within an hour or two of exercising. Researchers have noticed that those who do HIIT workouts have better managed glucose levels than both those that do not, and even those who exercise with normal steady-state workouts. When you go into a gym for the first time, the first thing you notice is all the strange machines and devices. Some are so complicated that you need to be trained on how to use. Almost all are so expensive that it is impossible to do the same workouts when at home or away from the gym. A great number of workouts are built around some of these machines. Though some HIIT routines do use things like treadmills, most HIIT workouts rely only on the body alone. Some of the most popular HIIT workouts are simple jumping jacks and sprints. So, unlike the gym, all you need is a little bit of space. By pushing your heart rate and oxygen consumption during HIIT workouts, you'll both strengthen and improve your heart and cardiovascular activity and oxygen intake. Specifically, you will increase your body's VO2 max, which is the amount of oxygen a person can use per kilogram of body weight. As such, your overall stamina and ability to work out. Over time, you will notice that you will need less and less recovery time. Recent research by the Mayo Clinic has suggested that HIIT workouts can reverse signs of cellular aging. This occurs through improving the body's production and synthesis of proteins, which in turn can help fight signs of aging. In addition, HIIT workouts have been shown to combat muscle degradation in age. Researchers in the University of Alabama have released a study suggesting that HIIT can improve the motor functions, quality of life, and mood of Parkinson's sufferers. This could be revolutionary if researched further, as Parkinson's is a condition specifically attacks the motor functions of the human body. The researchers saw improvements in patients' muscle control, balance, and sense of well-being compared to Parkinson's sufferers of similar ages who had not undertaken high-intensity training. For many, this might be a turn-off. However, I have often felt that there is a strange, but genuine pleasure in pushing yourself physically and coming out the other side. As you'd imagine, high-intensity training is, well, intense. Each time you exercise with an HIIT workout, you are pushing yourself to your physical limit. However, of course, for only a few moments at a time. Because of this, your workouts are never dull and you will see real improvements in your health and stamina in very little time. As with any change in your exercise regime, it's important to consult your doctor and hear their opinion. This is especially important if you've never done any high-intensity training before. Drive. HIIT workouts beat conventional cardio plus 3 plans. Bodybuilding. What is the best HIIT workout? Bodybuilding. What is the best HIIT workout? Muscle and fitness. HIIT 100s. Carve up your physique in 6 weeks. Drive. HIIT workouts beat conventional cardio plus 3 plans. Men's fitness. Get HIIT to stay fit and live longer. Health fitness revolution. High-intensity strength training benefits Parkinson's patients. Mark McManus. Mark is a personal trainer who specializes in coaching people on how to build muscle the scientific way. Read full profile. Spare tire. Love handles. Muffin top. Pot belly. All somewhat comical terms for belly fat. Most people don't like having that extra flab around their midsections. But we tend to just put up with it because we haven't learned how to lose belly fat. Many have tried some diet or bought a video on how to do a perfect crunch. But there is too much conflicting advice out there. Also, many people have tried and failed. So giving it another go just seems so daunting. Take heart. Because there is a truly effective strategy to lose stomach fat. But you may have to loosen up some old preconceptions. It's important to note that in this article, I will specifically talk about fat loss as opposed to overall weight loss. Fat, muscle, and water. The strategy involves both diet and exercise. Nothing new there. However, it entails 2 unique ways of going about it. If you put your mind to it, it's completely possible to learn how to lose stomach fat and start working toward the body you want. The key here is to become a fat and protein burner if you want to learn how to lose stomach fat fast. Low-carbohydrate nutrition is one of the most effective ways of shedding pounds of fat from the body. If you eat what most government guidelines recommend you eat, you are a carb burner. It then becomes obvious that, in order to become a fat burner, you should reduce the current primary energy source, i.e., carbohydrates. When you do this, your body takes a few days to flip a metabolic switch and become a fat-burning machine. At that point, the fat you eat gets consumed first. And then you start burning away. Body fat is your primary source of energy. Obviously, you shouldn't consume copious amounts of fat. And you won't even need to switch to a zero-carb diet to benefit. Anything under 100 grams of carbs a day is considered low-carb, but ideally under 60 grams would produce great results. On low-fat diets, which by nature are high-carb diets, when your food calories are gone, the body will burn a mixture of both fat and muscle tissue protein. As muscle mass is metabolically active, it burns calories all day long just by being there. Losing it is a disaster for the dieter as their metabolism will continually slow down over time. This is one of the main reasons why low-fat diets very often produce temporary results. You lose weight for a while. But then it stops working, as your metabolism has crashed. And you experience weight gain, all you had lost and then some. There are several ways to lower your carb intake and start losing fat by making fairly simple changes to your diet. Here are just a few ideas to try when you want to learn how to lose belly fat. If you chose a random sample of people on any given day in the US, you would find that at least half of them drink sugary drinks on any given day. 25% would be receiving about 200 calories per day from such drinks. 1 can of Coca-Cola contains nearly 40 grams of carbohydrates. Remember above where we said 60 was ideal? Well, drink 1 can of soda and you're nearly there. Cutting drinks with added sugar from your diet can do wonders to help you reduce your carb intake. Replace it with unsweetened tea or water for a hydration boost. When you order a meal at a restaurant, most of the default sides are potatoes, French fries, mashed potatoes, etc., or bread. These are both packed with carbs. A standard small order of French fries contains around 30 grams of carbs, that bumps up to around 50 for a medium order. Instead of going with the default sides, ask for vegetables. There is usually a steamed broccoli or mixed veggies option at most restaurants. Healthy eating is key if you want to reduce carbs. One serving of whole milk contains nearly 13 grams of carbs due to the presence of lactose, a type of sugar. On the contrary, a serving of unsweetened soy milk only contains about 3 grams of carbs. Try switching out the milk you use for your cereal or in your coffee. The flavor will be a bit different. So give yourself time to adjust to it. Low-carb diet works for many people, but it might not be for everyone. The key is always to see which one works for you best. And it's always a good idea to check with your doctor before making major changes to your diet. The above suggestion and explanation hopefully can provide you a new perspective and approach to get rid of your belly fat. Just give it a try and listen to your body's reaction. The most important question here is whether you should focus on cardio or interval training if you're trying to learn how to lose belly fat. Overdoing cardiovascular exercise will also put your body in a state where it breaks down lean muscle tissue catabolism. So, the question is, how do we complement our fat-burning nutritional strategy with fat-burning physical activity? It's called interval training, or, more specifically, high-intensity interval training, HIIT. The idea is to perform some sort of cardio in fits and starts, i.e., a period of lower intensity followed by a period of higher intensity. Research shows that this type of work burns more fat than steady-state cardio, typically by about 50%. In fact, one study showed a 9-fold increase in fat loss for HIIT compared to low-medium intensity cardio. Furthermore, a 2018 study discovered that HIIT was superior to moderate-intensity continuous training for improving heart rate variability. The even better news is that, when you're looking into how to lose belly fat, HIIT need only be performed for 10 to 20 minutes at a time. There are several elements of HIIT workouts, as well as several approaches to them. Here are just a couple of things to keep in mind. Tabata is a common HIIT formula, and it's great for beginners. This involves 20 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest. You should shoot for 4 minutes, or 8 rounds. You can use this to target the part of your body you want to tone. HIIT is a great fat burner, but it's a lot for the body. So try to shoot for 2 to 3 HIIT workouts per week. If you want to exercise every day, switch it out for cardio or strength training in between. If you want to add an extra layer to your HIIT workout, feel free to add weights. You can include ankle weights if you want to increase leg strength, for example. However, don't do this at the very beginning. Give yourself a few weeks to adjust to the HIIT style of workout before adding in more. Hopefully you can see that these unique approaches to diet and nutrition will work synergistically to produce truly effective fat loss by. The best way to lose stomach fat is to put your diet and nutrition to work. You'll be amazed by how quickly you're able to work toward your ideal body. Harvard Th. Chan, Sugary Drinks Fat Secret, Carbs in French Fries Nutrition Data, Milk. Whole Everyday Health, all about soy milk, nutrition, benefits, risks, and how it compares with other milks. Metabolism, clinical and experimental, impact of exercise intensity on body fatness and skeletal muscle metabolism. International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health, the effects of high-intensity interval training versus moderate-intensity continuous training on heart rate variability in physically inactive adults. Adaptive, how to tackle HIIT workouts as a beginner. Mark is a personal trainer who specializes in coaching people on how to build muscle the scientific way. Text source, lifehack.org.